gentlemen, to another episode of your favorite shit show, the Perfectly Misfit Podcast, with me, one of your hosts, Dan Webb, and my co-host, Renee Encarnasi fucking, also known as Bet You I Did. Add him on all the socials at Bet You I Did. And yeah, again, welcome. Thank you for coming in and tuning in for another episode. You may be wondering, Dan, why the fuck are you doing the intro? I don't know. Some asshole may or may not have went to a concert last night and screamed his bloody balls off and has no voice, but yet we were like, fuck it, let's do a podcast anyway, even though he sounds shittier than Louis J. Gomez himself.
It was actually two concerts. We originally it was just supposed to go. We were supposed to just go yesterday, but then the same show was on Tuesday, and we saw at the last minute that there were tickets at reasonable prices, so we just bought tickets for both and went to shows back to back. This is like proof I am not a kid anymore. Fucking the hell was I thinking trying to go to two concerts back to back? And literally I did the same thing over the winter with the same person, with Ralphie. We went to Tool 2 days back to back, and same thing. After the second show, but I got sick. I think I might have gotten COVID. I don't fucking know. But yeah. I'm almost 40, and I should not be going to two concerts back to back.
So both of us are struggle busing right now. What you don't know, because I haven't talked to you, fucking Tuesday, I threw my back out. Like, really bad. And it is like, I can't sit comfortably. You're going to see me moving around a lot because I am in an immense amount of pain. I refuse to take anything but ibuprofen and that shit. But I got some BioFreeze on right now. It's feeling pretty good. The old lady took the massage gun to my very troublesome areas in my lower back, and it doesn't feel better yet, but I'm hoping tomorrow I'll feel a little bit better. But
How'd you manage to pull that? Fucking, would you cough too hard?
No, dude. I actually I live out in buttfuck Egypt. I live out in the country. I have two wells. Like, one well is for the house where we get all of our drinking water and shit. And then, I don't know if you remember my secondary well, that big black, it's just wood covered in a black tarp. About halfway between my house and my pole barn. It's the well for the pole barn. It used to be a horse stalls and shit in there. But my dog, I tie him out outside while we're gone, one of my dogs, because he's a fucking dick inside when we're not here. Somehow tangled himself in it, and it's like 120, 140 pounds, and ripped that bitch off ripped the cover off of the well. It's like a fucking 5-foot drop. So I don't want one of the kids to fucking fall in it. So go out there and I move it, and it's like an awkward 120, 140 pounds. Like, my arms are like stretched all the way out to move this bitch, and just fucking, I don't know. That's what happened. I lifted up. I felt everything rip in my lower back, and I laid on the ground for a couple minutes, and then walked back in the house very gingerly. So, I'm not 20 anymore. That's the biggest thing I've learned.
Have you been able to go to work?
Oh yeah. No, I just, again, I fidget a lot, and I go stretch as much as I can, but it doesn't really help. I would just fucking force feed myself ibuprofen all
day. We're just rename the show Two Old Dudes. Two old dudes shitting around.
Two old dudes shitting around. Should do that. Then we'd have to come up with a new logo and all that shit. That gets expensive.
two broken dudes shitting around.
Yeah, yeah. It's been a trip.
It's
So
been
you went to the legendary Red Rocks. And I say it's legendary because it's probably legendary to most people. I had never heard of it until like 2 months ago when you had mentioned it, and then or was it like it was probably a little bit longer. When did you tell me about the South Park thing and that you made me go sign up for the South Park
oh
thing? That it's,
those tickets went on sale like 2 months ago.
yeah, so that's when I heard about it. And like did some research and all this shit. It's like badass, and then plus, you know, it's such a badass place that Bill Burr had to film a comedy special there.
Oh wait, hold on. Before we go too far, Stephanie's also broken. She puts it's because she got a 6-hour tattoo.
Yeah, yeah, I saw that just before we came on here. Actually, it is pretty fucking badass. Actually,
Yeah, I gotta check that out. I keep forgetting she's on my friends list.
yeah, I'm actually just copying and pasting the picture right now.
Uh, but yeah, for people who don't know,
Love you too,
Re-
Steph.
uh, the whiny boys with cheese.
Yeah.
um, so for those of you who don't know, Red Rocks it's a national park, but it's an amphitheater. So like during the daytime, it's open to the public. You can go walk around in this music venue. But it is yeah, it is. It's crazy. It's a beautiful venue. You're literally surrounded by red mountain face rocks on each side of the seats. And yeah, it's been around. I don't even know how long, but it's one of the most breathtaking music venues you can ever go to. My only other favorite on top of this one would be Jones Beach because it same thing where you're like kind of like in an amphitheater, but the stage sits on water. So it's like it's all water as a backdrop behind the stage. It's
Uh-huh.
beautiful.
I
Um,
love DTE Music or DTE Energy Music Theater. It's an outdoor venue. If you're not a big fucking band, you're not fucking playing that. Like
yeah,
if you're not, yeah, dude, it's fucking amazing.
we're putting
Uh,
up. That's Stephanie's new tattoo. That thing is pretty fucking sick.
it is sick.
That is dope.
Done very well too.
Um, but yeah, this week they had a South Park concert. It was the celebrating the 25th anniversary of the original release of South Park. They had it was funny. It was like everybody was really expecting it to be Lobo. Get out, go. Everybody was expecting Lobo. Go to the kennel. Go. Everybody was expecting the two bands to be really more the headliners, but like they didn't really could take into consideration the title of the show is the South Park Anniversary Show with Matt Stone and Trey Parker.
Oh, they were
And,
actually there.
dude, this show was mostly them singing. It was
Oh
Primus
no
and
way.
it was Primus on one side of the stage, Ween on the other side of the stage, and then Matt Stone and Trey Parker were kind of in the middle. And they did like it started off with like two Ween songs, then they did like two or three South Park songs, then they did like two or three Primus songs, but then like the South Park songs would have Ween and Primus playing as well.
Oh, nice.
So it's like you got Matt Stone and Trey Parker doing like the Cartman voices and like, whatever, like Mr. Mackey. Like, dude, I got to hear Uncle Fucker live.
Yeah.
Such a fucking face, Uncle Fucker. Like, dude, or Mr. Mackey, it's easy, okay. Like, it was
What about chocolate salty balls?
no, because Isaac Hayes is dead. Um,
I didn't know
but
if they did it.
now, they did that. They did the Butters theme song. It's Butters. Well, that's me. Like that. I'm literally like that's. I'm so sore from knowing every lyric to pretty much every single fucking song. Um, both nights were very very similar. Like I think each band substituted one song like each
Okay.
night. Like so, like uh, Tuesday night they play Primus played Too Many Puppies, which is like one of my favorite fucking Primus songs ever. So like getting to hear that live was just so fucking epic. Then Primus I think did Winona's Big Brown Beaver one night, and then the next night they did Jerry Was a Race Car Driver instead. But the big thing
Because
was
I
when
don't think I've ever heard a Primus song.
you ever watch South Park ever
No,
once?
I don't know.
Not once.
I'm like, I mean, a couple of times here or there, like
Okay.
just the
Well,
chocolate salty balls, and
the
then
intro song is Primus, so you've heard Primus.
oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm sure if I were to play some fucking Primus songs, you would fucking recognize them. But the big thing was
Ween.
fair enough. I just started getting into Ween last year because they were on the jukebox where I bartended, and it was something that wasn't Grateful Dead. So, but the big thing that happened was Wednesday night. Rush came out.
No fucking way. That's awesome.
Yeah, on Tuesday they did a cover of Closer to the Heart by Rush.
Mhm.
And then Wednesday when they went to do it, fucking Geddy Lee and Alex Lifeson from Rush, the only two surviving members of Rush,
Nice.
came out and did it with them. Like that's probably where I really lost my fucking voice. Like I just like
I would have lost my shit.
Rush is, that's like bucket list bands. If you're like into like rock, like real like rock, that's fucking legendary shit right fucking there, man.
Yeah.
It's cool. It was really fucking cool. A bunch of my random friends from like one of my Tool friends was at that show. One of my skater friends was at that show. Like 3 of my regulars from where I bartended were at that show. Like it was just, yeah. I mean, the free drugs were flowing. I mean, I didn't say that out loud. But yeah, Renee lost his voice. It was fucking great though, dude. And then the one also big huge thing that was, well, for me at least, like, I wanted to get some sort of merch to commemorate, the 25th. And I was able to get a nice hoodie, but I also was able to score a fucking poster. Like our culture, our age group, I feel like we're not really big into them, like these like really exclusive posters. But this was an event where people were lining up at like 8 o'clock in the morning just to be the first ones to get some of these nice posters.
Nice.
I would,
Yeah, I'm not a poster fanatic.
but like how like the 70s and 60s, like that was the thing, was like the trippy posters.
Yeah, Led Zeppelin posters.
Yeah, Doors, all that fucking shit. They if it wasn't so precious, I would open up the poster and show it on here. But I'm not. I'll pull up a picture on the Facebook and I'll show you guys. But like people, like I said, people were literally lining up at 8 o'clock in the fucking morning to get these fucking things. And it's like, they were sold out most of the fucking time, but like I got somehow lucky that we got on the merch line, and when we got to the front of that bitch, they still had posters. Yeah, I picked up here. I'm going to show it right here. And what's really cool is like the picture doesn't do it justice, because it's like felt or velvet, whatever you want to call it. It's like felt. Yeah. It is super freaking high quality. Look at this thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Howdy.
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna get this thing framed. It's
You gotta get a black light.
Let's put it like this though. Yesterday I looked on eBay, they were already being sold for $400. Yeah.
I mean I would wait a little bit and then sell it.
No, I'm not gonna sell it. That's like my first high quality poster like of that nature. I'm gonna keep that one. Maybe, if I ever have
I guess South Park means a lot more to you than it does to me. Like
yeah.
I've never been a big South Park fan. Um, I liked Family Guy more, and when they had their little feud going, just
You
like
chose
uh,
you chose
Megadeth and
Family
Metallica. All right,
Guy.
Megadeth and Metallica, when they had their feud, I went Megadeth. You know, like
I didn't even know they had a feud. I've seen them perform
oh yeah,
together. I've seen them perform together.
yeah, they had a massive feud like early on, and then
So what
Dave
was really
Mustaine used
cool.
to be in Metallica. So
Oh yeah, that's right. But what was really cool is the dude who my buddy who flew out, Ralphie, who flew out from New York just for this to go to the show. Um, uh, uh, we have gone to more concerts together than anybody I know. Like him and I have been to like hundreds of shows probably at this fucking point. And that's who I actually went to see Metallica and Megadeth with. We saw it was the Big Four at Yankee Stadium. That was probably like our next most epic concert. Was a Big Four was Metallica, Megadeth, Slayer, and Anthrax all at Yankee
dude, that
Stadium.
would have been a fucking hell of a show. I'm not even
Oh,
a Slayer fan, but I love all the other bands.
bro, I'm not a huge fan of any of those bands, and that was still one of my favorite fucking shows ever. That was just one of those, like, again, like a historic moment. God, I wonder if there's probably a nice fucking poster for that show as well.
Uh, Speaking of shows, I know did I send you that I am going to go see Burnt Crystals?
I think you might have mentioned that you were going to see Bart Chrysler.
Yeah. Like here, I was looking for the actual thing, but yeah, it's December 1st.
Nice. Yeah,
So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
I was really looking forward to the show yesterday, but then being able to go twice. Oh, that's the other thing is I live here in Colorado. I'm going on almost 3 years now. This October will make 3 years, and I've never actually been to an actual concert at Red Rocks. I've been to two events. One was I went to see The Sandlot about a month ago. That was awesome. And then 5 years ago, before I moved here, I actually saw the Trailer Park Boys at Red Rocks right
Okay,
before Mr. Leahy died. Um, so like,
that's the drunk guy at the
yeah, the
theme
Trailer Park
park.
supervisor, yeah,
Okay,
um,
yeah, that's another show that you absolutely love that I've been trying to get into, and I fucking can't.
yeah. I noticed though you're not big on Canadians.
No, I haven't even watched Shorzy yet. I've been waiting for you to tell me how Shorzy is.
Wait,
So
I thought you don't like Letterkenny, right?
I love Letterkenny.
Oh, okay. So all right. Well, that's
Yeah,
the one.
remember I burnt through all of it in like
Oh yeah,
2 weeks.
that's right. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Shores U was amazing. Very short though. That's real. That's the only thing that sucked.
I'll have to watch that.
Oh yeah, Shores U was fucking great. Yeah, especially having to use like the dude who plays the Mennonite and the dude who plays the preacher.
Yeah.
They play hockey announcers in this in
Oh,
Shores. Yeah, it's really great.
nice.
Like they're French, like French Canadian hockey announcers. They're it's one of my favorite things about that season.
Are they not the? They don't. They're not the same characters from.
No,
Okay.
they're not. As I was saying, like they're completely. Yeah, it's not. He's not Glenn, and he's not Noah Dick.
Are they
um,
not like? Are they still tied together?
what do you mean?
Like, do people from uh Letter Kenny show up in Shorzy and
Um,
like as their character? Like, I didn't know
uh,
if there's like going to be crossover shit.
no, not really. No, not really. Um, you get to see like one of the Newfoundland hockey players, isn't it?
Okay.
Like remember, like they played the Newfoundland team.
Yeah, yeah.
One of those dudes is in a couple episodes, but
None of the res guys.
for the most part, no, no, no.
Okay. Dude,
We'll see what happens in further seasons, though.
like we're both like super big comic book fans, right? I don't know if you ever read Sandman comics at all. Um, it's a graphic novel, Sandman. Uh, what the show is based on that I'm about to talk about. It is this show is like spot on with the graphic novel, like almost as close as The Watchmen, the movie was. Like even though it was really rushed, even though it was like a 3 hour fucking movie, uh, 10 episodes of the same. You don't even have to read the comic because it's spot on with the fucking comic all the way through the 10 episodes. It gets you right through that whole graphic novel and sets you up for the second one at the end. Um, the it's so fucking good. It's tied. It's supposed to be tied in with Lucifer, the show, uh, loosely. Like Lucifer, the guy who plays Lucifer was supposed to be in it, but he's not in it tragically. But it's way more serious. It is dark as fuck. Um, it's really fucking good. The storytelling for it is fucking amazing. Like, dude, I loved the comic when I was younger, and then it came out on Audible like last year, and I bought it obviously because like fucking I love the comic so much. Let's do it on Audible. That was really fun, and then to be able to watch the actual fucking show now is like even better. The guy they cast to play Sandman was perfect. He's kind of like an emo-ish kind of guy. Um, it is so fucking good. The storytelling's fucking good. I tell you, you would love it. So it's very very dark.
What's it? What is it on?
Netflix.
Okay.
That's my one. Like every week we kind of talk about our shows and suggest shit back and forth. But that's like my highly suggested. Like drop whatever you're doing, start that.
Oh, shit. Well, shit. I've never even heard of it, but it looks cool. Look at that one. The top lines. Can you watch the Sandman without reading the comic book, the graphic novel?
Yeah. It totally can.
Yeah, I don't.
But yeah,
I don't.
look.
No.
That's the graphic novel guy right there that you're passing up, and then then scroll up to the guy that plays it right here, the one with the shirt off, like bottom right there, middle. It's like fucking spot on to the
Very good.
character. Like it's pretty fucking close, and his like canter and like his whole like speech pattern is exactly the way I read it and everything. Great fucking show.
Shit.
If you like dark comic books, it's not a lot of comedy in it. It's mainly story based, storyline driven. There's no real fucking action in it whatsoever. It's fucking phenomenal.
Trying to remember what I've watched recently. I watched randomly old Clint Eastwood movie. Fucking for is it a few dollars more?
Okay, that's the first one or second one of the Quick and the Dead.
No,
I
think the first one was
Bad and the Ugly.
I think the first one was a fistful of dollars.
Okay.
And then the next one was a few dollars more or some shit like that.
And then the third one, the Good, Bad, and the Ugly. Like it's one of those like it's a trio of movies.
I think you could be right. I forget. But like
it's way before our time, but it's definitely my dad's movie. Like I've seen it. I know I have.
Like the movies like that, I couldn't get into when we were younger, but now I'm getting older. It's kind of like fun to watch. Like when I watch also this like the
when
dirty
we were younger,
the Dirty Dozen. Did you ever watch that? That's a good one.
Yeah, with I can't remember it. Marlon Brando.
Yeah,
Dirty Dozen.
Okay. Yeah, he plays a fucking lunatic.
The westerns, like I hated westerns when I was younger. I thought they were so fucking stupid. The only westerns I liked at the time when I was a kid was Tombstone and Back to the Future 3. Those are the only two.
I
And
know
then
you were
after
going to
that,
say
they all suck.
Tombstone. Tombstone was great.
Dude, Tombstone holds up to this day. Like, by far, Val Kilmer's best movie ever.
Well, Tombstone and what was the other one with Emilio? Was it shit where he plays Billy the Kid?
I don't know if I've ever watched Emilio. I know you're talking about.
Young Guns. Young Guns.
There you
That
go.
was good too. That had freaking Lou Diamond Phillips in it and everything. Like that was a great movie. What
was the one with Quick and the Dead? That was Leonardo DiCaprio and Nicole Kidman and
was Leo in
Russell
that?
Crowe? Was it a young Russell Crowe?
How young? If it was a young Russell Crowe, how fucking young was Leo then?
Oh, he was a child. It was like right after What's Eating Gilbert Grape or whatever the fuck it is.
I actually love that.
15
I love that movie.
It's a great movie.
Quick and the Dead only has a 6.5.
That doesn't matter. It's
yeah, it does.
It's
Dude,
so dumb.
You want to know
dumb.
You want to know how much of a kid Leo was in that movie? His name in the movie is Kid.
Yeah.
Literally, it says Leonardo DiCaprio, Kid.
Yeah. And the main bad guy is
Gene Hackman.
Gene Hackman, and he plays Gene Hackman's son in that movie.
That's fucking great.
So that's great movie. Did you see that? Not that I give a fuck, because I heard about it, so now you have to hear about it. That's the way it works. I could give two shits that Olivia Newton-John died.
Oh,
like this whole everyone. Oh, I loved Grease. Name another fucking movie that bitch was in. All right, like I don't fucking care. Olivia Newton-John died, and you know what? She was so unimportant that when celebrity deaths happen, it comes in threes. No one else fucking died, so no one fucking cares. She wasn't a real celebrity. Take your feelings and shove them right up your ass. God, I hated Grease. I didn't even know. I don't even know what I didn't know that was Olivia Newton-John.
Yeah, I literally, I've known the name from pop culture over the years. I couldn't tell you anything else she was in. I didn't even know anybody else besides John Travolta was in Grease. Literally, I thought he's the only person in that movie.
I don't think any one of them else have made a movie career. And if they have, good for fucking them. But you were so unrememberable in that movie, I couldn't tell you what you fucking looked like, except for that pit face guy. The guy that had really bad acne when he was younger. And they're all supposed to be playing high school kids, and they're all fucking 30 at the time.
Bro. Yeah, so I only knew about it happening. I only knew that it happened because the show that I listened to on Sirius, The Bonfire, with Big J and Dan Soder. Shout out Bonfire. The DJ on there's two Lou's on that show on The Bonfire. One is DJ Lou and one is Black Lou. But DJ Lou loves Grease. So they started off that every episode they start off with a song. And they started off with some Olivia Newton-John shit, and I'm like, what the fuck is this fucking song? I had no idea what the fuck it was. And then when they came in, they're like, yeah, we're playing that one for DJ Lou. We know you're sad, bro. I'm sorry. Fucking rest in peace, Olivia Newton-John. I'm like, one, never heard that song. Two, why are we doing this?
Well, no, fuck that girl. I don't care. No, if you really like her, fuck you too. I don't know. It was just fun to mention, just to shit on anybody who
also,
was sad about
like you said, that's something that they made fun of and pointed out that literally I think one of them is she was 34 in that movie. It's just supposed to be a high schooler.
Dude, they were supposed to be in high school. That's worse than when fucking Tobey Maguire was Spider-Man and playing the high school Spider-Man. He was fucking 28.
Yeah.
And trying to pretend he was a fucking senior or some shit in
he
high school.
He definitely looked like a newspaper reporter more than a high school kid.
No, dude.
At least he played that part right. was the only thing he was like the only part of the Spider-Man role that Tobey Maguire was suited for was the persona when he is fucking a
The
photographer
photographer.
for the Daily
The
Planet or whatever.
photographer for high school. He's like the fucking old pervy guy.
Oh yeah, that's another.
He's doing the squeaker voice on purpose, you know. I'm just gonna take a photo for the school
Yeah,
paper.
that's another. That's another funny part to think about. Wait a minute. They hired a high schooler to fucking do photography for fucking the local paper. That's like the New York Times being like, "Hey, 16-year-old, do you want to take pictures for us?" The Wall Street Journal. Hold on there, brother. Whoa. Whoa. That's another thing. We haven't done Dudesy in a couple weeks.
We haven't talked about dudes in a couple of weeks, but dude, the last episode was really good. This most recent episode was fucking hilarious. I love the Stone Cold reads his diary segment. That's my favorite segment they do.
I'm gonna twist it now. I I used to have my favorite things about Dudesy, and now my real favorite thing about the show Dudesy is how it's kind of you can watch it making you can watch it. How do I say this properly? You can see it making Will Sasso a little more and more uncomfortable every episode.
Yeah,
Like
that's why
like
it works, dude.
yeah, like
And it's so popular.
Will Sasso is loving this whole concept and loving that he doesn't have to produce the show because like he in the last two podcasts that he did, he basically had to do everything himself, you know. So he's loving, you know, just the minimal effort he has to put in to do the show, but he's hating the fact that Ducey is like doing these little things that are like, you know, that are just like Will Sasso is a very private person. Like you'll never see him like in, you know, any magazines or anything like that. You'll never see him in any tabloids.
Never seen a picture of his fiance.
Yeah, you'll only see it on occasion on his Instagram. Like he's very much a private person. But the Dudesy, which is the AI that runs the show Dudesy, has access to all of his personal information. Like these guys have literally given up all their passwords to all their social medias, given up their passwords to their purchase histories, all their fucking streaming accounts. So, and Dudesy, yeah, Dudesy has access to anything and everything about these two dudes, and is also listened to every podcast available ever, and just like I could just see like you know little Dudesy like has in all right Dudesy's the last segment of Dudesy every episode is Dudesy will recreate portions of Will Sasso's childhood diary, which doesn't exist. He didn't keep a diary, and so he's making up shit based on the information that Dudesy has gathered. And like, Will Sasso will have to read these diary entries as in the voice of Stone Cold. That alone is just hilarious. And then the stories that
watching it, just
yeah, the stories that Dudesy makes up are just so ridiculous and outlandish. The voice just adds to it. But then there's times where like there will be something in the diary entry that, and you'll see Will be like he'll look over at his co-host at Chad and be like, this kind of ties into something that we talked about 2.5 months ago, which ties into something from like 6 years ago. And I'm loving that. I'm loving watching Will having to give into this. But he's not going to stop. And apparently they're going to have to do this show until they're 100.
Right.
Yeah.
Their latest challenge is to get their best fit they've ever been in their life for the next 6 months.
Oh, that's another my funny thing for me was Chad referring to working out as hitting the cans because Chad like
during COVID made his own workout system and everything.
Yeah, just like everybody
during COVID, everybody was like, "Fuck it, we might as well, buy weights and do everything at home, right?" And everyone sold out right away. So he put like cement and paint cans and cemented some like 5-gallon buckets and shit. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, basically making his own like barbells or dumbbells, and it was really fucking hilarious. That like he's like, yeah, I've added a couple extra cans to the setup. Just like he's like adding more plates to his fucking barbell. I don't know. I love that, and Will's probably not going to work out more than he
No,
usually does.
I don't think it's gonna happen. I can't wait to see what the punishment's gonna be for that, because you know it's gonna be something fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
The next punishment's gotta top Romania.
yeah.
Because
Cromana. Haha.
my bag is so uncomfortable right now.
Oh, dude.
Dude,
Dude, we can rush this. We can do a quick one
no, I don't
because
want to rush it, because
yeah, but I
there's
remember
so
my
much
okay.
to talk about. Like,
Yeah.
even not even going back last week, but like this this week, I know a show that you and I are both like massive fans of. Not like, we're not the super fans, we're not the annoying fans, but Rick and Morty's season 6 drop, preview drop today. Have you had a chance to watch that shit yet? It looks funny as fuck. I am a massive Rick and Morty fan. Um, and
You
they
want to play
have
it?
like a really weird fan base where like people who think they're smarter than they actually are watch that shit, and then think they become
Oh,
smarter by watching it.
yeah.
I'm a retard, and I know I'm a retard, and I watch that shit, and I get dumber just by watching it. So I cannot wait for season 6 to start. I am so excited.
We let's watch the shit. I'll keep it on mute so we don't get
I'm gonna say
flagged.
we can't watch it. I don't want to get kicked off YouTube and Facebook.
Oh, we'll watch it for a few seconds then. I mean, I don't know, I'm excited for this shit.
Gonna need a soundtrack. Ship favorite playlist. Track 1.
Oh man, I'm already excited, dude. What
Dude, they pull
what
you
is?
in the first 5 seconds.
Oh my god, yeah, Rick and
Turn
Morty.
it all the way down. There you go.
Yeah, Rick and Morty's a show that I didn't really give a chance at first. And then like after like 3 or 4 seasons, I really got into it. And then they made us wait forever for season 5, if I remember correctly.
I think it's 4. Or
Okay.
took like 2 fucking years.
Yeah, fucking because Dan Harmon's a dick. I love that
Well,
dude.
the fans did it. The fans caused most of it. Because they
Yeah.
had like some ultra fans that were like fucking cockbags.
Dan Harmon is the only reason I know anything about Dungeons and Dragons.
I
don't know
used
if
to
you-
watch his Dungeons and Dragons show.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
I can't remember what the fuck it was called, but I used to watch it.
yeah.
And they had celebrity guests come in every week and be the master, right?
Yeah.
I watched the Aubrey Plaza one, which was one of the funniest fucking things I've ever seen. And then they've got some ultra geeks like god damn it, I can't remember his name. He's a comedian who's like bald and like super tall, and he looks like Lurch. You know, Jeff Palmazane or some shit like that. I'll look him up. But go ahead and you talk about it.
No, I'm trying to find the name of that podcast. But yeah, that was such a fucking great show. I missed that shit. I went through a little phase where I really got into Rick and Morty. Currently in my closet, I have 2 articles of clothing that probably add up to about $1,000, and because they're like limited edition Rick and Morty fucking shit, but they're really really fucking nice. I think like literally like the only time I've ever worn that jacket and sweater combo was to go to a boxing match because I felt like it was that's how fancy it is. It's like a varsity. I'm gonna go grab it. Fucking gorgeous.
All right. The dude I'm talking about was on the Sarah Silverman show. I'm looking it up right now while we're talking about it.
Check that out. Look at it. Just look at the lining alone. Rick being tortured. That's
Yeah.
fucking evil Morty.
The President Morty.
Yeah, that's like it's a like what do we call it? Like a high quality patch. It's like one of those like it's like a stitched patch.
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing's not cheap.
Brian Posehn. That's who I'm talking about.
I love Brian Posehn. Him and Sarah Silverman used to have one of my favorite comedy specials back in the fucking day. He was on, I believe he was one of the roommates or neighbors.
The Sarah Silverman show.
Yeah,
it was, on Comedy Central. It was a great fucking show. I think Chappelle's show killed that show.
Right, you don't do Star Wars. So he was also in...
No, he's a big Star Wars nerd.
He was in the first Mandalorian.
Okay.
Like, there was actually shit in that one scene. You got Brian.
That too.
You got hold on. But this is like the first episode or second episode. You get Brian Posehn, like, but they're like kind of like in like disguised, like they're in. All right, Brian Posehn plays like a cab driver, but so he's got like goggles and there's like all this shit on, but like you hear the voice and you kind of look at the body like this fucking Brian Posehn, and then the Mandalorian, he has a prisoner that he's taking in that dude's like cab basically, and the prisoner is played by Horatio Sanz from Saturday Night Live. But it's just like funny, like these two, and Horatio's like painted in blue. He's like an alien. But yeah, it was just a very funny scene where like, if you're a really big comedy nerd, you're like, wait a minute, is that fuck? Yeah.
I don't know Horatio Sanz. Maybe I do.
Yeah. Let's see.
I haven't watched Saturday Night Live since Will Ferrell left.
Well, he was definitely one of the older ones. This is how you would remember him.
He has Portlandia on IFC, right?
No, that's a different dude.
Oh,
yeah,
they look the same.
Yeah. Here, maybe I'll pull it up. Whatever. It's not even that big a deal. Who gives a shit? What else?
Have you ever seen that show, that Portlandia show?
Yeah, I used to watch it when it back in the day.
The
later episodes I wasn't a huge fan of, but yeah, the first couple seasons were great.
Yeah.
It's
the opposite of Always Sunny. Where Always Sunny's first couple seasons were kind of shitty, and then like around the fourth season, it became amazing.
The art exhibit or the art store that's curated by Jeff Goldblum, where he'll like sell you earphones, but like all tangled up, that he tangled up in his pocket, and then he just puts it on a little pedestal and hooks it and puts it on a little glass fucking dome and sells it as art. Or is it put birds on things?
I like it when they're the emo, like when they dressed as emos and shit. Like they have such good little skits and shit on.
Yeah, the gutter punks. You got to get out of there, man. You got to get out of there. It's like 2.5 minutes of. You got to get out of there, man. You got to.
I love that we're talking about a show that no one probably's ever watched because it's on IFC.
If Stephanie hasn't watched it, she will now.
Dude, I've been I've never watched Impractical Jokers, but I started watching it now. It's actually funny as fuck. And
sometimes. And
there's some that are really corny. There's some that are really corny.
Now I don't know if you know this. We are 1 degree of separation from Impractical Jokers.
Oh yeah.
So one of the punishments was having to ride a roller coaster with a bunch of zombies.
Okay.
And who do we know it's in the zombie world?
I don't fucking know.
One of our biggest fucking guests, fucking Zach Amico.
Okay.
If you ever get to that episode, you'll get to see Zach and Miko on an episode of Impractical Jokers. Like, and what was funny though was like, so the whole thing was, he didn't know he was going to get attacked by zombies, right?
Mhm.
But then what's funny is, I think it was Sal Volcano. Sal is a stand-up comedian.
Now he is. He wasn't before the show, right?
No, he always was. He always was. He did it on the side.
I thought he was just starting now.
No, so then it's even funnier is Zach is playing one of these zombies and like comes and like tries to come at Saul. And anyway, they had to cut it out, but he was like, "Hey, it's Zach." Sal recognized him. And
Nice.
it kind of ruined a part of it. But yeah, I've heard Zach tell that story before.
Okay.
He's like, for a second, he was genuinely scared, but then he saw big ass Zach, and he was like, "Wait a minute, it's Zach and Miko."
I couldn't tell it. I know Sal and Q's name, Murr, and then I can't. The last guy, he's my favorite guy on the whole show. I can't remember his fucking name. I want to say it's Joe, but I don't think it's Joe.
Murray?
No, Murr. That's Murr.
Oh, that's Murray. All right, shit. Let's see.
So we got Sale, Q, Murr, and then the last guy. What?
Let's
Joe?
see.
Yeah, Joe.
Joe.
He's my favorite. He's my favorite when it comes to like when they did this stupid disguise thing.
I think he's the one who. I think he's the one who had to leave the show.
I don't know.
By the way, I don't know if you know that one of them just had to leave the show.
Oh no, I don't know. I know that the Joe guy is like really big on TikTok right now.
Yeah, I forget the exact reason, but yeah, I know one of them had to leave the show recently.
Should have a good party naked. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I don't believe it was him though, because he's like I said, he's big on TikTok. Unless they got into a fight, he's big on TikTok with his wife and his daughter and shit. He's on there all the time, like just funny as fuck. And then,
yeah, that one show. It's a very interesting show. Yeah, I was right.
So we're
Joe.
moving off that. I don't know
Joe,
why.
but I'm sorry. No, I'm just sorry to let you know, but I was right. Joe left. Oh, that's right. He said literally just because he wants to focus more on his kids. Think about it. Those dudes have all the money in the world.
Oh,
he doesn't.
Dude. Well,
he does
it's
not
on Travel Channel, or True TV,
bro.
Whatever it is,
bro. But they are the only thing on True TV.
right?
Name
all
another.
The time.
Literally, it's but it was because like
it's like ridiculousness on MTV.
Yeah,
That's all they are.
Those two shows save those channels. You know what I mean? That's why now when you go to MTV, it's ridiculousness or Adam Sandler movies.
Yeah, I've only ever seen ridiculousness until like 10, 11 o'clock, and then it's fucking Jersey Shore. And then
Good.
I'm in bed anyway, so.
What else, Dan?
Dude, food this week. Like last 2 weeks. My spot that I go to, the Harvard Tavern. I talked about this place, how much I love their grinders all the time. I've been staying away from the holy grail of sandwiches. Like, either you have the sandwich on the menu and it's good, or you have the sandwich on the menu and it's a fuck you, I'm never coming back. It is the motherfucking Reuben. I had never had their Reuben before. I refused to do it because I love the atmosphere. I loved everything about this place. And then finally I broke down and had the Reuben. Bro, it was a life changer. It was, I fucking love Reubens. It's like my favorite fucking sandwich. All right? Like, and you got to have a good one. If you put pastrami on a Reuben, go fuck yourself.
It's got to be
not
roast.
a Reuben. Go fuck yourself.
It's corned beef. It's corned beef. Right?
If it's not corned beef, and good corned beef, and a lot of it, and then don't overdo it with the fucking sauerkraut. Sauerkraut's good. I love sauerkraut, but most Reubens have like stick a fucking sauerkraut on it, and that's a killer for me. That's like you're drowning out the taste because you know your corned beef sucks. All right. Well, bro, I'll punch a fucking baby the next time I get a goddamn Reuben. It's so fucking good. I don't mind going to prison over that. Like, so fucking good.
I'm gonna step you up here, bro, just because you just reminded me of something really fucked up that somebody gave me the other day. I was at my bar, the Dirty Duck, and one of the regulars who looks like Santa and he does like Santa shit, you know, come wintertime. Let me know if the kids need a freaking cameo. I'll get them to do a video for you.
Gotcha.
But he loves to cook, just like my Santa. I have a Santa in Long Island. Like, this dude is like, he's like New York's Santa Claus. Like, every year he's on the news. Like, he's like, you got to book him out months ahead of time. Literally, bro. Mick Foley has him come to his house every Christmas.
No shit.
Yeah, this is like, yes.
That's fucking awesome. Because you know Mick Foley's like the biggest Christmas guy in the world.
Yes. Literally, like, he has this dude get on the roof and everything. Like, yeah, every fucking year. This is the fucking guy.
And if you don't hold on. You can turn this podcast off right now.
Yeah, fuck off. So anyway, Jim, this is my buddy Jim. He loves to fucking cook. And like I was saying, my Santa in New York, he has a barbecue company. Like, he's the fucking best, bro. But anyway, I digress. He comes in sometimes with food, like to share with everybody, whoever's there. And this motherfucker brought in the sub of all subs. So I'm going to take your Reuben, okay? And it's on a big, wide fucking hero roll, like super, super wide. So, like, he just cut it into slices because you'll understand in a minute. It had pastrami. It had corned beef. It had corned beef.
Oh shit! Okay.
It had lime jalapeno sauerkraut, and it had a little bit of provolone and a little bit of mozzarella. And then this is the one kicker. He had fucking sliced hot dogs in that motherfucker.
Weird.
Dan, oh, you'll take it. I'm as a friend, you would put this in and around your mouth so fast. Like, it was so fucking good.
It sounds good, dude. It sounds good.
Dude, I don't like.
My dick just got hard.
I don't like. I don't like sauerkraut, but I was like, we gotta try it. I mean, come on.
You gotta do it with the original ingredients.
Fucking hot dogs and all that shit. Oh my god. Oof. But is there mustard on a Reuben as well?
No, fuck that. You know.
Oh no, that's right. It's like Thousand Island, right?
Yeah, Thousand Island, homie.
Yeah,
same place that I'm talking about, the Harvard. They have this chili cheese dog pizza, bro.
Give me right now. I'm booking a flight right now,
bro. There's no sauce. Like, it's not pizza sauce. It's fucking chili cheese.
Well, yeah, the chili is its own sauce, yeah.
And then on it, it's got, fucking a couple of pickles, whatever, the good pickles, not like that shit. Like,
another thing I don't like: pickles, mustards, olives, sauerkraut. I'm good on all
dude.
those.
It's like just pickles and then some hot dogs thrown on that bitch, bro. It's the bomb. Dude,
yeah, this had the
90s reference. It's a bomb.com, bitch. Like, so fucking good.
He had the hot dog sliced lengthwise, like in half.
Okay.
So I imagine with the pizza though, they put them into like the little slices, like pepperoni almost. Yeah, that actually sounds really fucking good, bro.
It's fucking delish.
I'm gonna have to try that next time I come visit. Yesterday, before going up to the show, we went for lunch at the Brutal Poodle. I think I've told you
What
about this
name is
place.
that?
I've told you about
I
this
do
place.
remember it now.
Yeah, last time I was there, I had the pho. It was all right, but the time before that, I had the fucking chicken and waffles that I told you about. That had like jalapeno in the waffles or some shit. Like, oh my god, that was fucking game changing. But then this time, he got a burger, but then we shared these thing called like poodle bites, where it was like deep fried candied fucking bacon. Oh my god, that was fucking stupid. Oh my god, how good that was. And it came with like a maple like dipping sauce. Um, uh, I ordered mac and cheese with green chili, pork green chili. It was so fucking good. I haven't had anything that delicious. Like a mac and cheese that like it's really worth talking about. I haven't had one in really fucking long time. Like, I mean, like that, like the pasta was cooked perfectly. You know, like I don't know if they did a cheese blend or whatever, but it wasn't like too cheesy. It wasn't like under cheesed. The
Do
fucking
you
little,
do you like that? Do you like mac and cheese in general?
I mean, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I like so like you. Do you know how much of an anti-pasta person I am?
I had no
I
clue.
don't like, dude. I don't like pasta at fucking all. Like, there's like three things I really like with pasta, like noodles and all. That'd be like lasagna, and then stuffed shells, and that's it. But that's fucking it. Otherwise, I don't like pasta.
I don't know if I brought it up, uh, but I think I told you that I had a Bojo's, like a weird pizza place near here, where like they make the crust like really high risen. But I had a pasta bowl with made out of pizza crust, and that shit was, I did not expect that to be as good as it fucking was, man. So I'm like, that would probably fuck you up, where you're like, I'm just trying to have fucking pizza, and meanwhile, it's like it's got to have fucking, spaghetti time on top of
Yeah,
a
dude.
pizza.
I could not fucking do that at all. Like
I was,
I would walk away from that shit.
and
Like I'm not Italian, dude. I wasn't raised on that shit. Like
dude, I gotta say that is one of the least white things I've ever heard you say. I am anti.
The only fucking pasta noodles or noodles in general that I like is in lo mein. Like I'll fuck some lo mein up, bro. Like put some lo mein in front of me, get the fuck out of the way. I love that shit. But like other than that, like I don't really care. Like it's not my thing. Like I would rather do anything else but pasta. Like
I make a fucking mean lasagna. I haven't done that shit probably like 10 years, but yeah.
I haven't had a good lasagna at least 10 years.
Yeah, I mean, what sucks about it is it's like it's not cheap if you do it right. You know, you got to have at least two different.
Not cheap.
What's that?
Not cheap.
Meh. You could do some shit.
Steak's not cheap. Steak's the best food. All right, that's like top. That's tier one. All right. Like there's like the only good food that's cheap is like if you buy like the shitty frozen burgers, but that's not good. That's like top like 100. Like it's like 99 right there. You know what I mean? Like so like
speaking of steaks, we don't really promote many chain restaurants, but shout out Texas Roadhouse, man. They're always
good. And like
that's what I'm just saying. That's like exactly what my point is. That like
fucking consistent.
No matter where you are in the fucking world,
steak right, they'll fucking take it back, and then
no
one questions that shit.
I that was one of my favorite things. I forgot they do that. Like I'm sitting at the bar, he brings me my steak. He's like, "Can you cut into that? And make sure it's done right, please." And I was like, Yeah, I mean, like bartender brought in his own fucking margarita mixer. Like, dude, was like, I love me a good fucking Texas Roadhouse, man. During the pandemic, they were my shit because your boy was working still during the pandemic, so I was still making. Yeah, I was making like I was doing another delivery app, and then I also had like a little side business, but like I was pulling like $2,000 a week, so I was just hitting I was getting steak 3-4 times a fucking week, bro. But for a while there, Texas Roadhouse, that's how they stayed open. They were selling steaks on the roadside. You could buy like they were selling like half gallons of fucking margaritas and steaks. Yeah, dude.
Ooh.
Yeah, dude. Fucking go pick up 2 porterhouses and a fucking half gallon margies. Bro, good night.
Yeah. Fuck that. It's on a night you're not going to remember.
Yeah. I mean, well, everybody was home, so it's not like that was it. It was just I came home. I didn't even have a good grill. I literally had like a nice like Foreman grill. So I was using that on the fucking patio and
Bro, dude, pandemic, man. Every morning, pandemic, I woke up with a fucking Bloody Mary. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't fucking play around. Like, I was at work, but I was not at fucking work. Like, we didn't have shit coming in. Like, there was nothing. Like, I was sitting in front of my computer all day, not doing dick. Like, just sat there for like 2 weeks. And I was going crazy. So, like the first 3 days, I was a good boy. And after the third day of like fucking 10 hours of sitting there, I'm like, fuck this shit. We're getting a cup that's not clear. We're getting a fucking Yeti, and we're doing Yeti cups of fucking.
I'm really not big into margaritas, but you know what they do here a lot is the michelada, which is a tomato juice and fucking beer.
I can't do that.
That's a big thing.
Do that. One, it's gross. 2, it gives me the fucking shit. Like, that shit is so fucking gross. It gives me the shit. My body.
I had one last year. I was like, yeah, that's it. I'm good. I mean, I had to.
Like, they only have like the Tabasco ones that are fucking even worse. Like, Tabasco sauce is the whitest fucking hot sauce you could buy. Like, fuck off.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Tabasquis.
No, like, we're hot sauce connoisseurs. Like,
especially after the army. The army would only give us Tabasco. I'm like, no. After that, like, literally, the army probably is the only reason I got into hot sauce. It's because you need hot sauces to make.
The army is why I got into hot sauce.
Yeah, you need something that hot and flavorful to make army food edible.
The only thing the army that was ever good was their fucking eggs. Eggs in the morning, dude. The eggs, army eggs, are my favorite fucking eggs. But I can't make them at home because you can buy the carton eggs. That's all it is, a carton eggs. You can buy the carton eggs, dump it out, and make it. But I can't make it and make it taste like it did when I was in the army.
And also, I just, for the sake of your family, don't do that for your kids.
No, dude, you'll fuck everyone up.
And I was gonna say, do you remember those farts though?
Yeah, they'll fucking kill everybody.
Those 11 like
fucking walls.
We all get chow at like 7 a.m., 6:30 a.m., but like 11 a.m. You're in whatever class.
Dude, ripping paint off the fucking wall.
Like, there's nothing gnarlier than army egg farts. Like you knew, like, 'cause some people just get cereal and like or other shit, you know what I mean? But you knew.
We'll just say defect in general fart, like, dude, any of that food.
Yeah, I was gonna say that and the biscuits and gravy. Army biscuits and gravy, fucking ripped you a new one.
Out of there. Get the fuck out of there when you have that.
And talk about
you're not friends with anyone when you have it, because when you fucking let one go, everyone's gonna be like, I fucking hate you. Like, that's me. Like, I hate everyone.
Talk about needing hot sauce, though.
Fuck yourself.
It was delicious, but that shit needed a little bit of hot sauce. Man, I was the hot sauce dude when I went to PSYOP school. People would be like, dude, what's in your pocket? Like, during chow. And I'd be busting out like a Texas Pete, fucking Frank's, some sriracha.
Louisiana, something beyond fucking Tabasco. Like, Frank's is like, okay. That's the other whitest fucking Tabasco sauce ever is Frank's. Like, Frank's and Tabasco right there. You're white as fuck.
Yeah, but I'd like some of the Frank variations.
Dude, all right, no. Hold on, I'll stop that real quick. because Tabasco came out with a scorpion sauce, and of all the scorpion sauce I have had, Tabasco scorpion sauce is the hottest by far. Is it the most flavorful? No, but it's hot and it burns your butthole for 3 days.
If we're gonna give Tabasco a pass, I'm giving their Chipotle one. They make like a smoky Chipotle sauce. That's actually not bad. And honestly, anytime I'm in a Chipotle, I steal that. I will steal that shit. See, like, well, I like it, but I'm not paying for it.
Dude, I'm gonna make some ghost pepper steaks. I'm gonna do that this weekend.
I gotta come visit, man.
Last year I haven't done that.
It's looking like I figured out how I can fucking fly back home to New York for cheap. I have got credit card points that I haven't used, so I'm gonna fucking use the credit card points.
Nice.
Yeah, after that, I'll be able to book my other trips to go see the homies. Yeah, let's wrap it up.
I was gonna say, yeah, we're at a minute 6. The ibuprofen wore off. My back just started spasming like crazy.
That would be an hour 6, but yes, absolutely. Dan and I appreciate those of you, especially Stephanie, who tune in every week. Those of you who watch the replay later on YouTube or on our Facebook page, we really love you. We appreciate you. If you really love us, we ask that you share. Just hit a like button either on the Facebook page or the YouTube page, or hopefully both. Follow us on all our social medias. I'm Bet You I Did. Dan is Webslinger25 with 2 B's. And the one thing that besides that we always ask our fans, friends, is to make sure you tell somebody you love them. Tomorrow isn't promised. We just passed the 1-year anniversary mark of Dan's father's sudden death, and it's just a perfect example of why it's really important to hug your friends when you see them, tell them you love them every chance you get. We'll see you fucking next week, guys. Dan, I love you.
I love you too, buddy.
Do.